Hi, this is Pete.
Hi, this is Sandra.
And we are medievalist.net.
And today we're going to talk to you about
Season 3 of
the Borgias. So we get back to it right in the thick of things. I really, really enjoyed the season opening episode. I didn't find any of it boring, not even for like a split second.
Yeah, I think it was a nice, really kind of good action to begin with, and just kind of they kept it moving at a very fast pace. And
and so we start right off with Rodrigo dropping like a fly and everybody running around him and trying to get the poison out of him. And I thought there were some really cool scenes where he mentions later when he wakes up that he could hear the Cardinals already be like, well, I think so-and-so, plotting who's going to be the next pope. And, we have Cesare running around with Michelotto, figuring out that, hey, there's a Franciscan in Dominican clothing. And then they do go buck wild at the monastery. What did you think of that?
Well, at first I really liked the kind of panic that you kind of see at the beginning, and like, what are we going to do? The doctor doesn't know what to do. But
they poisoned the Pope.
Lucrezia. Oh, I read it somewhere. What?
That's witchcraft.
Charcoal. Although, I think the evidence was kind of funny. Like, I found a psalter. It's not Franciscan. It's Dominican. I'm glad that Michelotto knows these things. Jeez.
Hey man, he's an educated hitman.
Yeah, I know.
Educated gay hitman.
And based on that,
awesome.
And based on that, they go on a rampage.
And they rampage, bust into the monastery. Drop kick a couple monks, kill a few.
They just started killing people. It's like,
what are you saying about my man Michelotto? Anyway. So they go on a rampage and they look for della Rovere, and it's such a dramatic scene. He's in the bedroom and Cesare comes in with his, sword. He's like, and his mother's like, no, because, she makes this is a really interesting point. You have to think about it is like, if he killed him right there on the spot because he knows that he's implicated in this poisoning, and Rodrigo dies, nobody likes their family. He's the only person protecting them. So what would happen to the Borgia family? But on the other hand, my line of thinking is if they didn't kill della Rovere, they might have other enemies, but he really...
Well, it's kind of...
it was kind of a catch-22, truth be told.
Like, I don't... All right. I really like kind of part where della Rovere struts back into the, Vatican, palace, and I guess the Pope is dead. They.
He's not ding dong.
Now the only thing I don't understand is, Cesare. I want to kill him, but we can't arrest him until my father comes out of it. Then they can arrest him, right? Like there's no thinking they should have just, Cesare is still you could have arrested him at any time.
Rodrigo's so melodramatic. I just wanted to slap him when he woke up. I saw death.
He said that twice. I looked
it in the eye and all this, and they're like, "Calm down, you're awake." But what I thought was really interesting too was then Cardinal Sforza, the whole thing about Caterina Sforza trying to plot and eradicate the Borgias, and so it's not just a poisoning in this opening episode. There's also an assassination plot thickening, and
it felt a little rushed to me, that second assassination plot.
Well, usually when you assassinate people, you try to do it quickly, so there's a little bit of a rush
but
there, right?
It's like that kind of comes out of nowhere. Like they could have been hinted at.
No, it isn't. He was hiding in the shadows in the guy's room. He's like, "Hey, what's up? We're gonna assassinate the Borgias."
Yeah, we were gonna do it. We were plotting this, but now we're gonna rush it. So.
Yeah, now we're gonna FedEx it.
Yeah, but first of all, I always thought it was really odd that Rodrigo is really upset that the other cardinals are plotting their next, who's going to be the next pope after him, and he seems to be upset. Like, didn't he kind of all come through with the same plotting? Like, like, what, oh, I'm surprised they're so treacherous. Oh, if I only bribed half of them. And,
I know, and bought half of their souls and all this.
Yeah, so, like...
But I thought it was interesting, too, and I have to make this funny comment. When there's this one scene that I was just dying, when they're walking through the street and they're guarding, and Micheletto's got the baby, and he's like on Secret Service baby detail. I thought that was hysterical because he looks so bizarre. He's like this insane murderer, insane hitman who's walking the street, and nobody's gonna mess with him. He could kill 10 men with the baby under. I thought it was a great scene.
I don't know. I think he'd be more useful than being a babysitter. But hey, like I like there's another scene where he's like guarding the family and like he's leaning in front of like this, just like he's like trying to check for some sort of, it's like kind of funny. That's all. But of course, Micheletto saves the day again. Really, like because this is big assassination plot turns out to be 2 people.
Of course.
Like, all right, we've got this. We've been setting this up for months.
Yeah, we're setting.
We got, we're setting 2 guys. Like,
True, and of course, what's interesting is Cardinal Sforza's about to stab the crap out of Rodrigo, and then Cesare walks and he's like, "No, I'm going to tell him the whole plot."
That is pretty funny. Like,
it was like.
Do you think he was going to? You think he was going to kill him?
I think he was, and then he was like, "No, I'm gonna rat on my cousin," and he tells Cesare everything. And he's like, saves the day, saves the whole family.
I like Cardinal Sforza.
Yeah, he's strange. I kind of wonder why he betrayed his cousin and what. I mean.
Yeah, I don't sense his motivations. Like, hey, like it's like
I don't sense that he likes the Borgias, and I don't sense that he likes his family. He's sort of like a weird floating piece of the puzzle. I find. Yeah,
like he'd be more of the guy I would just pick that would just stay home. I'm just gonna stay home. Not gonna get involved.
I thought that della Rovere's escape was awesome. Yes. I was like, wow, Cardinal breaks in the room, he's like, you gotta get out of here, here's your stuff, go. And then all the traitors are tossed on this cart, and he hides in the bodies. I was like, what? When that hand reached out and grabbed that guy?
Yeah.
The cart, the man or whatever?
Cartman.
The cartman. I freaked out. I was like,
that was a good scene. Yeah,
scarier than Evil Dead. Yeah, we saw that last night. That's a whole other review.
What? We're not going to get into that?
No.
We just.
But della Rovere grabbing the cart guy's arm was scarier. Made me jump more. But that was brilliant. And then he makes his way off, and then we see ooh, scary. Caterina Sforza's in the streets of Rome. Kind of. I don't know. I thought that was a very melodramatic ending.
Well, well, they also had that melodramatic, the last scene of Cardinal della Rovere walking into the camera, and literally walking right into the camera. I think.
I was wondering if you would have heard him go. Tunk.
Yep.
Colfiore, tunk.
I was just thinking of a scene from Spaceballs.
Right. Or in Lord of the Rings when Aragorn hits the camera by accident. Anyone who's a Lord of the Rings fan will know what I'm talking about. But
I don't know. I'm Lord of the Rings fan.
Yeah, but you're not as big a fan as I am. But the point is, it was a fantastic episode this week. Plotting, poisoning, more plotting, assassination, baby detail, family betrayal in the last minute. I mean, we covered all our bases.
Mm-hmm. Well, there was a little bit of prayers like this.
A little prayer, no sexiness, and but I thought it was.
Lucrezia looked kind of nice.
She did, but I thought it was a really, really strong, good opening to season 3. Definitely on the edge of your seat.
Yeah.
Absolutely fascinating and just they're rolling, like coming in really strong this season, and I'm glad. I think it's a really great show.
It's set up. As I said, now it's war.
Yeah, definitely. Cesare's hair is looking fabulous this season. Can I say Francois got a good stylist this season? Because they were kind of giving him a weird mullet in season 1, but this season he's got great hair. Just for all of you that are watching for that. So we'll see where it goes.
More, which I suspect will be more war and more assassinations. Although she says,
and more plotting.
More plots.
Right.
But
it's kind of like The Sopranos, but in velvet. But anyway, we really enjoyed it, and we hope that you tune in with us next week, because we will be reviewing the Borgias for the entire season, and hope you enjoy the show as well. And please let us know what you think of the show. Groovy. Good night.